We all just witnessed the Los Angeles Rams defeat the Chicago Bears on the road 20-17 in overtime.
Remember, the Achilles heel for this team offensively last year was the inability to protect the quarterback. Caleb's rookie season, he was sacked 68 times. Correct me if I'm wrong, JJ, that was the most in the National Football League.
At Seattle versus Sam Darnold, taking his magic act up to the great Northwest. And now I'm just left flat, lifeless, pretty much devastated.
But ultimately, it was the turnover in overtime that ended up costing Chicago.
Yeah, and you raise a good point, because the Rams get it. They went 3 and out and gave it right back to Chicago. So you thought all the momentum was with Caleb Williams and the Bears, and they are marching down the field.
Stop what you are doing. Because what happened at Soldier Field was not just a loss. It was a gut punch that is going to echo through Chicago all offseason. The Chicago Bears season is over, and right now millions of heartbroken fans are stuck on one brutal question. Did Caleb Williams just throw away their shot at a Super Bowl? Not a playoff run, not a nice season, a real shot at the whole thing. Before we break this down, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, because we are going to tell the full truth. The beautiful parts, the ugly parts, and the parts nobody wants to say out loud. Because Sunday night was supposed to be the turning point, the franchise quarterback moment, the generational talent moment, the #1 overall pick who is going to end decades of Chicago misery at the most important position in sports. Instead, Caleb Williams threw 3 interceptions in the biggest game of his young life. The Los Angeles Rams walked into Soldier Field and walked out with a 20-17 overtime win. The Rams are going to the NFC Championship game. The Bears are going home, and the city is left to stare at the same question they have stared at for generations. What should have been? Now, let us go straight to the final seconds of regulation, because this is where the Caleb Williams experience hit its peak. The most dramatic, the most insane, the most impossibly brilliant and heartbreakingly flawed performance you will see all season.
It's just absolutely absurd, just the ability, the physical ability, and you mentioned arm talent, to make a throw like that. And so
4th and 4, 18 seconds left. Bears down by 7, season on the line. And Caleb Williams does something that defies football logic. He does not scramble backward 5 yards, not 10. He retreats 27 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 27. Rams defenders are coming from every angle. The pocket is gone. The play is dead. Every person in Soldier Field knows it is over. Except Caleb. He spins, he sets, and from 41 yards out, falling backward with 2 Rams pass rushers closing in, he launches an absolute rocket to the back corner of the end zone. Cole Kmet comes down with it. The stadium erupts. Chicago believes again. This is why they drafted him. This is the magic they have been begging for. Cardiac Caleb, the arm that can do anything. The guy who makes impossible plays look easy. Touchdown, tie game, overtime. The dream is alive. And then everything fell apart. Overtime begins. The Rams go 3 and out. Chicago gets the ball back with all the momentum in the world. You can feel it. The crowd is ready. The city is ready. This is the moment that turns a season into a run.
It's tough. And so, in these moments, you feel that you let your team down, or you feel that you this or that, and it's a good lesson learned for us. First time been in a situation for me and for us as a team, and I'm excited for what's to come. But obviously, going to go back and watch this and figure out how I can be better, and that's the exciting part.
The Bears move the chains. They cross midfield, and now they are 15 yards away from field goal range. 15. 1 first down, and Joshua Carty is trotting out there to send Chicago to Seattle for the NFC Championship. 2nd and 8 from the Rams' 48-yard line. Caleb has time. The offensive line holds. He is reading the defense. He has weapons everywhere. DJ Moore on a deep crosser. Luther Burton involved. Rome Odunze working. Options across the field. Then Caleb releases the ball. Not a bullet, not a frozen rope. He floats it, almost lobs it into the deep right flat toward DJ Moore crossing the formation. Rams safety Cam Curl reads it like he wrote the playbook. He is sitting there, he is in better position than the receiver, and he picks it off. Game over, season over, Super Bowl over. It felt like the lights went out across Chicago. Now, here is the harsh reality Bears fans have to face. Caleb Williams threw 3 interceptions in this game, 3 turnovers at home, against a Rams team that did not turn the ball over once. And the Bears defense, the same defense that led the NFL in takeaways during the regular season, could not force Matthew Stafford into a single mistake. 3-0 in the turnover battle, in a playoff game, at home, with the NFC Championship on the line. You cannot win that. It's basically impossible. The first interception came early, and it made the night feel cursed. First quarter, Bears driving, deep in Rams territory, red zone, golden chance to set the tone. Caleb fires toward Rome Odunze at the goal line. The ball hits Odunze in both hands. It's catchable. He drops it. Very next play, interception. And to make it even worse, there was blatant hands to the face on that play that went uncalled. No flag, no review, nothing. Just Chicago watching momentum die without even getting the courtesy of fairness. But the reason this loss is turning into a full-blown debate is not just the interceptions. It's the kind of quarterback Caleb is right now.
It's weird because the way Caleb plays, like even last week, it didn't look pretty, right? But he found a way to get it done. And he makes these crazy special plays. And this is why he went #1 pick, because he has that type of talent. His ceiling is so high, and he's still a young dude.
Caleb Williams is better at making impossible throws than he is at making routine ones. Let that sink in. The 27 yards backward miracle touchdown, he hits it. The fadeaway rocket under pressure, he hits it. The off-platform chaos throws, the hero ball moments, the plays that make you scream, he is almost automatic. But 2nd and 8 in overtime with a clean pocket and time to throw, interception. That is the Caleb Williams paradox. He finished the season dead last in the NFL in completion percentage at 58%. Dead last. In the playoff win against Green Bay, he completed only 50%. Every game you will see 4 or 5 throws that make you pause and ask, what did he see? Then he follows it up with a throw that looks like a movie. So let's talk about that overtime interception, because Bears fans are already arguing about blame. Was it Caleb? Was it DJ Moore? Was it a miscommunication? Was it the design?
But with the way he's running, he's letting you, like, he's telling you, like, dog, this. A lot of times you see wide receivers taking off like that, you're thinking all around, oh yeah, he must be clearing something out for somebody.
The film shows the Rams in cover 3. DJ Moore appears to be running a clear-out route. His job is to pull the post safety and create space for the vertical receiver behind him. It's a smart Ben Johnson design meant to exploit that coverage. But Caleb throws it to where DJ Moore is running instead of hitting the real target in the concept. DJ Moore looks genuinely surprised the ball is coming his way, like he was not expecting it, like he was just doing his assignment to clear space for someone else. Meanwhile, Cam Curl tracks that ball like it's meant for him. He is in perfect position. He makes the interception look easier than the completion would have been.
I think the Rams defense, you think about how they handled some of the short yardage situations and even goal line situations throughout the game. 4 different times on 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1, the Rams get a stop defensively.
Yep.
And, so I think when you consider that, I mean, it's a pretty good example. They were down in tight, defended a couple of runs early on.
And here's what makes it even troubling. This was the 2nd straight week of critical miscommunications between Caleb and his receivers in the playoffs. Last week against Green Bay, there was another breakdown. We're in week 20, and those mental errors are still happening between a second-year quarterback and veteran pass catchers. That's a red flag. That's a real issue. That's something Ben Johnson has to fix in year 2, because talent is not the problem. Timing and clarity are. Now, zoom out, because the bigger picture matters. This Bears season meant something. This Bears team is not fake. This is not some lucky run. They were 3 plays away from the NFC Championship game. 3.
Every time Caleb had the ball in his hands on 4th down, something good to great happened.
They went 3 for 6 on 4th down, and every time they failed, it was because they took the ball out of Caleb's hands. 4th and 4 at the end of regulation, touchdown. Caleb delivers in the clutch. Other 4th downs where they handed it off, failed, again and again. That tells you something. When the moment is chaos, Caleb can create. When the moment is structure, he still has to grow. And let's not ignore how far this team came. Caleb is 24 years old in his second NFL season. He led the Bears to their first playoff win in years, their first divisional title in over a decade, and came within one play of reaching the NFC Championship game. He set a franchise record for passing yards. He brought swagger back to Chicago. He made Sundays matter again in a city that had nearly given up on the position.
This was just a misfire. I know Chris Collinsworth was blaming subtly.
The offensive line improved in a way nobody can ignore. They went from allowing 68 sacks in Caleb's rookie year, most in the NFL, to just 24 this season. That's a massive leap. And the weapons are real. DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Luther Burton, Cole Kmet, and yes, Colston Loveland as another tight end threat. The running game with Khalil Herbert and DeAndre Swift gives balance. The defense, even with injuries, still led the league in takeaways. This is a foundation. This is a team arriving. But here is the cold truth. You cannot win playoff games turning it over 3 times. You cannot beat elite teams with 58% completion. You can't advance in January when routine moments turn into disasters.
You know, and that's crazy. Like you can shoot threes and half court joints, but a little layup off the backboard is tough for him sometimes. Right?
Caleb has all the tools, arm strength, mobility, the clutch gene, the it factor that makes you believe anything is possible. But he has to make the layups. Right now, he can hit the logo threes. He can hit the half-court shot. He can make the impossible. Now, he has to master the boring, the simple completions, the routine throws that keep drives alive and make a team unstoppable. Because the Rams did what playoff teams do. They did not beat themselves. Matthew Stafford did not blink. He made the plays when his team needed them. Puka Nacua comes through on 3rd and 6. Davante Adams wins on the sideline. The veteran quarterback found ways to win without giving the game away.
There's a couple things that stick out to me kind of in that regard in terms of the having some gray in his beard.
Okay.
Right? And so, the first half, there were protection issues. So either, he got fooled, he was sliding the protection a certain way and he got blitzed. Kyron Williams, busted a pass pro assignment one time.
Yeah.
They had a time, the tackle didn't fan out when he should have. And oftentimes that can create a little bit of a doubt for a quarterback because you're getting hit.
Right.
One time Brisker, just absolutely blasts him when he thinks he's protected. And so I think in those moments for younger quarterbacks, then it kind of swallows you in a game.
Caleb will get there. He's too talented not to. But Sunday night was not his night. Sunday night was when the inconsistency caught up at the worst possible time. And now Chicago has to live with the question that will haunt them until training camp. What if he doesn't throw that interception? What if he makes the simple throw? What if the magic that kept saving them all season didn't run out right when it mattered most? Seattle was one win away. The Super Bowl path was right there. The dream was alive. Then it vanished. Caleb Williams giveth and Caleb Williams taketh away. That's the reality Bears fans are waking up to today. And it hurts like hell. If you watched that game, tell me what you think. Was the overtime pick on Caleb, on DJ Moore, or on the concept? Drop your take in the comments.